Hey guys, Aubree here, and we blah 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 blah. Let's start over. I'm just gonna talk. Hey guys, so today I'm gonna tell you about just some tips, some tricks, some questions to ask a realtor whenever you are thinking about hiring one for selling your house or buying a house. And you could be a veteran homeowner that is selling, you've sold multiple houses in your lifetime, you've bought multiple houses, or you could be a first-time home buyer or a first-time home seller. And these questions I think are really important whenever you are looking for the right agent for you. Alright guys, I'm Aubree. They have grown to separate locations to tell you the overall facts of actually standing on the Swamp Rabbit Trail right now. So, wait a second, I'm falling. So, what is the right question? And there's so many different websites and you can Google this stuff. But when I'm thinking about, okay, if I'm not a realtor or as a realtor, what questions would I want to ask somebody if they were coming to sell my house? Or what questions would I want to know and have an answer for somebody who was helping me buy the largest investment that I have ever made? So it's definitely one of those big decisions that shouldn't be made lightly. You should talk to 1 to 3 agents at least. And when you're interviewing agents, let's talk about this. How long have they been in the business? Now, new agents are sometimes some of the best agents to hire in the business, especially if they have good referrals. So if they've had stellar client experiences and they couldn't share those with you, ask for them. And a new agent is often hungry and they're gonna work really, really hard for you. Now, that doesn't mean to say that somebody who's been in the business for years and years isn't somebody that you should be talking to. Definitely talk to them because they have experience. And that's something that a new agent sometimes just can't compare with, especially an agent who has sold lots and lots of houses. The reason you want to work with an agent who has worked with lots of different people is, one, they're gonna have a lot of referrals and people that they have established relationships with. They're vendors. You're gonna wanna ask your real estate agent, hey, like, what types of relationships do you have that are going to help me sell my house or help me buy my house? An experienced agent is going to have systems in place where, point A to point B to point C through a real estate transaction, they know what to expect every step of the way. That way, whenever you have a question, they most likely have already answered it. So being an experienced real estate agent myself, I know that my clients really enjoy when they don't have to wonder where they are in the process. They know what's going on. I have a team that's backing me up. Other things that you will want to ask your realtor. Let's say you're selling a house and going, okay, how do I pick the right agent to list my home? Well, you're gonna wanna know what their average days on market is or what their list to sales price ratio is. And that list to sales price ratio or those average days on market, they mean a lot. Also, depending on the market, you're gonna wanna know this. If it's a slower market, maybe it's more of a buyer's market, then you're going to want to know, hey, how fast do you plan on selling my home? What is the average days on market for my area? What are you planning on listing the house for? How did you come to that number? Make them explain it. Just pegging a number doesn't mean that it's the right number. They should be able to walk you through that information. Also, when you're looking for the right agent to help you sell your house, they should come in and honestly, they'll probably say all the right things. They've had this conversation hundreds of times, and you want to make sure that you have the right expectations set with your agent. So how often do they communicate with you? What is their availability? And what happens whenever something goes wrong? Because in a real estate transaction, I wish it could say if something goes wrong, but it's when something goes wrong that we want to make sure that you know, how are we going to handle this? Then also, when you're looking to sell your house, what are they going to do? What are they going to provide? What are they going to pay for to help you sell your house for top dollar? And they should be able to come in and say, hey, this renovation is going to have a higher ROI or a higher ARV. ROI, return on investment, or ARV, which is after return value. I have a lot of clients that ask me, what would happen to the price if we replaced the carpet? Or what would happen if we renovated our kitchen and we invested $10,000, $15,000? How much would we make back? And I love to have those conversations. So definitely have those questions lined up when you're getting ready to list your home. Now, if you are getting ready to buy your house, and if you're a veteran homeowner, you know what to say to your agent, and you're a first-time home buyer specifically, I mean, I don't think it matters. I think you need to ask your agent these things. What are they doing when they're making offers on your behalf to make your offers stand out from the rest? And what are they doing to make sure that they are on top of the market? That way, when a new house comes to the market, you are the first one to know about it in your desired location and stipulations for what you're looking for your house. Other things to ask about when you're buying your home is what MLS access do they have? Are they going to be the ones that are showing the houses to you? I personally use showing assistance a lot whenever I help people buy homes. My schedule sometimes gets really busy, and I never want my schedule to dictate whether you can go walk through a house that you have fallen in love with. So making sure of their availability is really important. Other questions to ask when you're buying a house is the contract process. You need a list of attorneys or title companies that they've really enjoyed working with, or their clients have really enjoyed working with. A list of inspectors, people that they know and they trust and they've established relationships with, that they can give you those options and you can go interview them if you want to, and they're trusted people. So you'll want to make sure that they have a list of trusted vendors to help you through the whole transaction process. You may also want to ask them, hey, do you manage the transaction yourself, or do you use a transactions coordinator? Inside tip here. You want them to use a transactions coordinator. Agents make terrible transactions coordinators. And if you're an agent watching this, don't be offended. I'm not great at it either. Paperwork is not my thing. But surround yourselves with people that are good at maybe things that you're not. So those are just a few tips, tricks, questions that I would ask a realtor if I was hiring one. So I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions, or you're looking to relocate here in the Greenville, South Carolina area, make sure you reach out. Email me at info@theaubreelewisgroup.com, or you can call my team, find us on social media, any way that's easier for you to ask more questions about buying and selling. Make sure you subscribe to these videos, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.